last thing has to do then with your keyboard and your mouse, all right? So you heard us ask the question earlier on about the mouse and how many times. So this guy unfortunately tends to be sacrificed an awful lot for workers. So they'll often put it up here and they'll reach for it and they'll put it on all sorts of different places. But in reality, people use their mouse between 7,000 to 8,000 times a day. I know when you think about it, it's actually astronomical, but then when you multiply that number by 5 days a week, when you multiply that by, I don't know, 48 weeks a year, all of a sudden that mouse becomes a major issue. So if you have a shoulder problem that's really not resolving, or a one-sided neck issue that's really just kind of getting more and more aggravated, it's a good place to start, okay? And the other one then is the position of your keyboard. So if your mouse is kind of solid now and you're able to keep it in right beside your keyboard, which is where it's supposed to be, you don't want your keyboard to then go wandering. So a lot of people do this, where they put their keyboard away from them and they put documents or they put notes and all that type of stuff in front of them. Not a good idea, okay? Because if you have to reach for this, okay? If you have to reach for your keyboard and work in this position, that is just top of your neck pain and headaches waiting to happen, okay? Because this will irritate all of those structures. Now, one of the most amazing things I always try and tell people is that arms are heavy, okay? They're genuinely heavy. So if you have to reach, these guys are about 8% of your body weight. If you have to hold your arms out like this for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, they really are going to be under a lot of pressure very quickly. So when you sit in nice and close, you bring your keyboard in to meet you, you bring your mouse in to meet you, and all of a sudden then you don't have to reach for anything. So you can see my lovely monitor here, which I'll talk about next, laptop here, keyboard, mouse, all brilliant.